Hello everybody, my name's Nolan. If you don't know, I'm sure you do. Thanks for coming to the shower. I hope that my sister's not boring y'all with some cat stories. I'm sure she is. Anyway, I just wanted to tell a little bit about how I met Kelly and how we fell in love, all that story. To start out, her father and my father, they grew up together and went to high school together. They were friends, and then my family moved off to Alabama and they stayed in Colorado. So but my dad still kept in touch with Rick, and I would see them when we'd go visit every once in a while in Colorado. And I don't know, I mostly just saw them when I was a young kid. The first time I remember seeing Kelly, she was just a little girl, and my family went out to her family's place, and my dad, he asked if she wanted to go back with him, and she was like, yeah. And then when we got ready to leave, my dad was like, well, we've got to go. And she started crying because she couldn't go with us, and she ended up making her sister cry. And I was just like, man, if this girl only knew how mean this guy was. So fast forward a couple of years. I had a little bit of vacation time. A good buddy of mine, Nick Hambrick, who some of y'all know, he asked me if I wanted to go to Texas with him to meet some of his wife's family and just go visit Dallas. So I was like, shoot, why not? I've never really spent much time there, so I decided to go down. I told my mother, and she said, yeah, well, we've got friends that live down in that area, and you should go see them all. And they had just went down for a week's vacation, so, you know, they'd just recently visited, so I was like, sure, why not? So we drove down to the Tucker's house, and you know, my mother said that I should meet all the kids, and they are all grown up now. And I was like, yeah, that'll be cool. Get to see everybody again. And me and Nick and Dolores got there, and I saw their son and their younger daughter, and saw Rick and Chastity. And we were visiting a while, and it was starting to get late, and Kelly had been out with some of her friends because someone had a birthday and they went to eat or something. So I was like, well, maybe we should go on. And her mother was like, y'all should wait just a minute because Kelly should be home any minute now. So I was like, well, we might as well wait, get to meet her too. So when I met her, I was like, man, this girl that I remember crying so much, she's grown up a lot. She's really cute. But I just thought she's probably a nice girl. That was really all I thought of it at that time. We came back home, and I don't know, I thought it would be nice to just say, hey, it was nice to meet you. I sent her a message on Facebook, and we ended up starting to talk, and I don't know, I feel like we kind of hit it off, just, getting to know each other as friends. We had a lot in common, had a lot of the same interests. So we were talking and decided that, hey, it'd be nice to go for another visit and maybe get to know Kelly a little better. So New Year's was right around the corner, and so I decided to take a drive down, and I was pretty nervous. I didn't really know what to expect. I'd really not got to know this girl other than talking on Facebook. Got there, I don't know, we just seemed to really hit it off, and I thought, man, this is a really special girl. And it was an awesome weekend. I wasn't really sure how well this whole long distance relationship thing would work out, but I prayed and told God that if this is something you want to happen, then let it happen and let it be easy. But if not, give me a sign and let me know that this is not right, and let me know that this is not meant to be. And things continued to go well. We got along really well, still talked a lot, and it was later on that month that my grandfather, he got really sick, and he had passed away actually on his birthday, and that was pretty tough, because at that same time my dad had just had a heart surgery that was pretty serious. So my family's going through some crazy stuff, and when I told Kelly that my grandfather passed, she drove down to Alabama after she got off work, and it was snowing. She drove up the mountain in Alabama with snow on the ground, and she came and cleaned up my grandmother's kitchen and worked so hard. I know that was a tough thing to do, but that was a pretty good sign that there's something pretty special about this girl. And I started thinking that I don't know if I would ever find a girl as special as her. So we continued to talk and visit each other every chance we got. We just seemed to fall for each other more every day. And I really just thought that I didn't want to spend the rest of my life with anybody else but her. And I started thinking about asking her to marry me. So it was about a month that I wasn't going to be able to come visit, and we were I don't know, it's tough not seeing someone for over a month, but what she didn't know is that I had already been planning with her family to come down and surprise her and to propose, but she was thinking that I was coming a couple of weeks later. So it's kind of hard to be on the phone and act like you're doing something else when you're really driving. But anyway, I drove down, and I drove through the night, and I didn't want to show up at her house, so I stopped at a gas station about an hour out, and I thought, well, shoot, I'm just gonna sleep in my trunk. So I did that. Come to find out, that wasn't the best part of town to be sleeping in your trunk, but hey, I didn't want to ruin the surprise. So anyway, her brother had told her that he wanted a family photo before he went to school, and she was like, all right. So the whole family was gonna go take pictures, and while she was at work, I came in and I took a shower and got dressed, and I hid in the RV out back, or the camper, and she got home and they were getting ready to go take pictures, and while they were walking out, I started calling her, and of course they were busy, so she was ignoring me, and I just kept calling, and eventually I just walked up to where they were, and she didn't even notice. And I said, since you're gonna ignore my call, I guess I'll just come see you. And I surprised her. I asked her to marry me. She said yes, obviously, since you're here today. Kelly, I love you so much, and I can't wait to marry you. And I thank God that He put you in my life. Kelly, if I told you every reason that I loved you, y'all would probably be here all day. So I'm gonna try to sum it up. I mean, you just have such a sweet heart. I mean, you put others before yourself, and you're always thinking of others before you think of yourself. And I mean, just so many things that I don't see in other girls, like the fact that you love to garden and cook and stuff like that, that I really enjoy. That means a lot. It's almost like God made you for me, and vice versa. But just the way you look at me, it I don't know, it makes me melt. But I really love you, and I can't wait to spend the rest of my life with you. And I also thank the ladies that put this together, you know, getting this whole shower together. That's really awesome. That means a lot to me, and thank you for all your work and all opening your homes. Y'all have fun at the shower.